Hello guys, I want to comment on this Gauta BMX saga. You know, partnership is not for everyone. Many bands, music bands in South Africa, they started as partners and they scattered all over. They ended up splitting and going solo. Many people started businesses in South Africa and they ended up closing, shutting down, because partnership is not for everyone. And when you go for partnership, you must go with the understanding that you swallow your pride. You must also be willing to listen to others. And you must not be selfish, you must not be self-centered. This issue of the Gauta BMX Trio, it's so deep, guys. It's so deep, and what makes it deep, it's because the two, the Goat and Maxwell, they're talking. And then Gauta is not talking. You know what I've picked up when they were streaming live, I picked out that they had fights even when they were going. Fights which has to do with money. Someone was instructed to be handling the money that they were given, hard cash that they were given on the way, and they all had accounts, and one of them received a deduction, and then after receiving a deduction, Houghton then said, no, we are being cheated here. So they started fighting from there. Like for the amount of 450, they started fighting from there. You know, when you go to do partnership with somebody, you must do partnership with somebody that you trust. When you marry somebody you trust. You go to business with somebody you trust. Do not ever try to go into partnership with someone you don't trust. So not to dispute that money was taken unlawfully, we don't have the details of what really happened, because they are both disputing that no, there was the other one is disputing that they didn't take any money. It was his own money because he was working at ShopRite, and the other one was claiming that no, it's our money, we are being cheated. But that is easy because the banks have statements. It can easily be proven. Now we have a problem, guys. We have a serious problem because sponsors, they don't want noise. Ask many people who were presenters on TV or presenters on radio or brand ambassadors or celebrities who were given an opportunity somewhere. Sponsors don't want noise. We always say that no, there's no bad publicity, but sponsors, they don't want bad publicity. They pull out when there's bad publicity, and they quickly do it. So with these guys, the three guys, it's a lot of things that are happening. I blame South Africans because DJ Kari came to help them, and we South Africans, we started talking too much and saying no, he wants to eat this boy's money, he want to cheat them of their funds and stuff like that. I believe and I think it had a lot of impact on what is happening now. He might have pulled out slowly or pull back a little bit. Hence, we see them making these stupid decisions. Because let me tell you something, that even if Gauta registered a company before before they went on this mission. They went on the mission and then they came back and wanted to register Gauta BMX Trio as their company. So now, after they have registered the company, they first split the money, 200k, 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 all three of them, and they go their own way. But the idea for starting a company was still pending. And I don't know whether there was no discussion around that or what, but it seemed as if the other ones went and buy cars with their money, and the other one invested in a business. But what I find interesting is that the one who started a business may have started business with part of the money that was a part of the share of the money that he got, or he may have started the business with part of the equipments and the products and the proceeds from the sponsorship as a collective. Because they're saying that there's lack of transparency. It's not being transparent. People will, sponsors will donate and sponsor them with something. The other time they were sponsored with bicycles and he didn't tell them. They had to ask him, what about the bicycles? And then he said, oh yeah, they've been brought here. They arrived. So lack of transparency, it's a problem. And for him dismissing the media, these social networks, they are very powerful. They can bring you down. Sponsors listen to social media more than they listen to the person they are sponsoring. You may have valid reasons, but if these social networks, they are saying something else, you're in trouble. This it's not going to end well for all of them. The parents are now involved, and I don't think they will resolve anything just as parents. The parents of the three boys, they won't resolve anything. A third party is needed to intervene so that they mediate on these issues. Otherwise, it will end up in courts. They will end up losing everything if they're not careful. And if I were Gauta BMX, I will be transparent and show and be open into the public and tell them that this is what we agreed on. This is the money that we shared. These are the emails from sponsors. These are the calls from sponsors. These are the bank statements from sponsors. The business that I have now is from my own share of the profit. But now he's dismissing everyone and making short clips and laughing at them for buying cars with their share of money. But we don't know what else did the sponsors sponsor with. Because they might have sponsored with those bicycles. They might have sponsored with gear to wear, like for riders, bicycle riders. They might have sponsored with a lot of things, promotions, building. I'm just giving you an example. But for this to contain this so that it does not spread further, because it's already spreading like cancer, somebody must intervene and they must be guided. Somebody must guide Gauta, because the other two, they are already crying in public, looking like a victim. Somebody must advise Gauta to come out and speak, and so that they can be helped, because now he looks like the bad one. They look at him as a greedy person. And you cannot do business when you are greedy.